Hi guys, welcome back to Sacred Shits and how to navigate them. So I rolled some dice and I got Leo, Aquarius, in the 10th house, which is a father figure. And you know what I was thinking? Well, not just a father figure. It's father, honor, fame, your status, destiny, dharma, discipline, responsibilities. And I was feeling like we always talk about reparenting ourselves, but I feel like it's in the motherly sense, right? And um, I think a part of healing our father wounds is like healing our discipline with ourselves, right? And not only that, um, I heard confidence. It would be like our confidence, right? The sun confidence, like really sinking into our confidence. And then Aquarius always gives me new earth vibes, right? We're meant to like lead in love and just like be this new this new earth, right? What else was I gonna look? Oh, at the other Aquarius. Oh, that's friends, aspirations, hopes, wishes, progressive details, ideas, which New Earth, I think, is a very progressive idea, right? And really like leading in love instead of, I heard lust, right? So maybe we're being called to really own our sacral energy and not give it out so freely or not give it to people who don't value us, right? So we will get some cards. And yeah, on the bottom is I almost said the Seven of Swords, so maybe like some sneaky or strategic energy. That is also, this is a Seven of Wands, I believe, yeah. But this is, so 77 could be significant. This is a lot of people evil-eyeing the fact that you're just focused on your own light. You're just focused on keeping yourself safe and being your own sanctuary is what I heard. And a lot of people are envious of the fact that they don't feel they have the strength to do so, which is, yeah, ridiculous because they do. Yeah, there's a lot of envious jealous. A lot of people, one of my friends, his TikTok name is Loki the Moon. He always says fighting with their wands in their hand, which cracks me up because it's so true. It's like thinking with your dick, right? Or like thinking with your dick instead of your mind. Or yeah, instead of mastering your mind, right? You're letting like envy and jealousy rule you and run you, right? Um, so yeah, like you may be in an indecisive energy where you're not, see how this, she's got a purple wrap around her eyes. Maybe you need to sink more into yourself. That seems to be a theme too, is like sinking into yourself, watering the seeds you're planting with intention, planting seeds intentionally, right? And really like letting spirit leave you, not letting spirit leave you. I meant lead you. So there's a reason it came out like that. Maybe you are thinking that spirit left you or that you're separate from spirit, which is not the case. We're always connected to spirit, to source, right? Yeah, and it's really sinking into this emotional mastery of our childhood selves, right? Really, and this being like an older version, which also screams dad to me, really healing our father wounds, right? And really being the dad that we never had, right? Really being this constructive, connected version of our male aspect that we wish we had, right? Yeah, and I think you're coming out of this place of, it's funny because I keep hearing Dodge death. When I pulled this, I heard Dodge death or Dodge like someone that wanted to keep you in this anxious energy. It could have been a father, right? It could have been your father. It could have been a baby daddy. Either way, it could be both. I'm feeling a both energy, right? And they wanted to keep you in this negativity is what I heard, and anxiety. But you pulled yourself out of that, right? You're like, I'm not gonna sit with what was, right? See how there's this past on Bird, right? I'm not going to sit with the past anymore. I'm going to move forward to the future, right? And that seems to be a theme too, is like really looking forward to the future and not worrying about what has happened in the past because you're no longer that version, right? This is really sinking into the fact that we need to master our emotions, right? And I think someone wanted to keep you in a situation that was supposed to be a 10 of cups, but it wasn't, right? It wasn't mastery. It wasn't healing at all. It wasn't helping you. So you decided, hey, I'm not going to be in this anxiety. I'm not going to be in this negativity. That's supposed to be like a home, right? Yeah. So, and that it was keeping you from your son, your happiness. It was keeping you from being in your childlike joy and wonder. You know what I mean? Right? So you like really embraced safety and decided like, hey, I've got to go after my own pinnacle, right? I've got to go after my own safety and security. I've got to cultivate that for myself. I can't expect it from anybody else but myself, right? And so you began really cultivating that for yourself, which is good energy. That's a lot in your spirit. Yeah, someone wanted to keep you untempered is what I heard. They wanted to keep you unbalanced and untempered because then you couldn't reach this 9 of Cups, right? This emotional mastery and this generational wealth. They wanted to keep you from building this generational wealth, right? And they wanted to keep you from not knowing this sneaky, shady, in the dark energy, right? They wanted to keep you thinking like you didn't know what was going on, but you did know. That's why you decided, hey, this is not my 10 of Cups, right? My 10 of Cups is going to feel good. It's going to feel like emotional mastery. It's going to feel not like confusion, right? It's going to feel like joy, wonder, love, right? Yeah. So you left this like fighting, this war energy, they always have to stand on guard energy, this pain in the past, right? You're like, this sneaky energy is not mine to keep, and I don't want it, right? This negative, like always evil eyeing what I'm doing, always evil eyeing my light, always like sending me, I heard bad days, or trying to make bad days, you know? Yeah. And they wanted you so confused where you were not like making a choice. They wanted you to just be stuck because they're stuck, you know, because they're having a hard time seeing the light within, you know? Yeah. They wanted to keep you away from your emotions, not feeling your emotions, feeling chaotic, not tapped into your flow, bro. Right? I was going to say, we're about to switch. Yeah. And it was an emperor that is in the reverse, right? It's an emperor, someone that's, they want to look like they have it all together, like they're on the ball, right? But obviously he's fallen off the ball. He dropped the motherfucking ball, bro. Okay. So some of these oracle, and then we'll do some intention cards, some of mine. Yeah. You're an empress. You're meant to be like standing, see how this chariot, this is bringing in creativity, healing, balance, prosperity, right? And the empress is like birthing something new into this. And I think it's a new way of being. It's a new way of being and really just like embracing transformation that is the caterpillar, right? The goo, the icky, sticky goo, right? The Fool, a new journey, and the element of air, like mastering your mind. That's what you're doing. This new journey is like mastering yourself on a whole new level, mastering your mind, your heart, mind, heart, body, soul, you know, all of it, the whole kit and caboodle, right? And then we got the star. That was a high priestess. True knowledge, peace, inner light. This is chasing your inner light. But when I thought the star, I thought this is chasing your light, who you're meant to be, you know? The middle pillar, backbone, balance, the middle way. You are finding your balance. After this devilish energy tried to keep you from yourself, right? From mastering yourself, because they wanted to keep you down, right? To kingdom, earth manifestation, being here now. That's what we're calling. See, and that's the same as the empress, the same chick as the empress. And the element of water, intuitions, emotions, love. That's who you're being called to be, is this love, right? You're being called to be yourself, right? And really enjoy yourself. Enjoy this being, this beautiful human experience, right? Okay, some of mine. A lot of B, right? Go climb a tree, ground. Taxation is theft, and the government is cold bitches. How have you been playing small? You were all that, and a bag of chips, and a motherfucking sody pop. Okay? Upper chakras, ascension, really embrace this transformation, right? Believe in yourself. Self-love. You can do anything when you believe in yourself, right? See the good and it will flourish. Attention goes where energy flows. Are you paying attention to the good or the bad these people are trying to send you? Make sure you're in your own lane. You're focused on your own goals, right? You're a catalyst for their awakening. Keep going. That's not always easy, right? Being yourself, regardless of who others think you should be, right? But you are. And on the back, it says, don't go back. Things won't change. So make sure to stay in your lane, right? Mask falling. They aren't who you think they are. They are an undercover hater. And right under that is distraction. Sell a bean, sell a dick. It's time, or maybe you have been celibate for a while, but it's time to keep on that train there. Be and choose love. It just flipped out like that. Let it be. Hashtag be. Really learning to be with yourself, right? Open your eyes to the beauty around you and the beauty within you. Let's be real. It's all beauty. Draw, paint, creativity. Sink into creatively expressing yourself, right? We're being called to do that. Make self-reflection a routine. Who are you being? Do you know? Do you make time to actually sit and say, am I being a good person? And who am I when I don't get my way? I cannot remember who said that, but it has changed my life since hearing that. I'm like, oh shit, I'm not a good person when I don't get my way. I've got to change that, right? That's important. But that's funny. I was saying right. And I looked over on the top of this and it says right. So I'm really feeling like you're being called to create, whether it's writing poetry, it's writing music. It could be all of the above. It could be journaling, right? Self-reflection. We're being called to sink into ourselves, right? Don't worry about what other people are doing. Conflicted decisions, hot, cold, multiple choices. See, we got that. Someone either wanting to keep you in indecision, right? Or keep you in confusion, right? Yeah, and on the bottom is second chance, reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. I don't think you're meant to be letting anybody in currently. I think you're the only person you're distance and karma, separation, space, blockage, consequences, cause and effect, debts. Someone's got to pay their dues, bro, and it ain't you. So I would do your best to love people at a distance that have hurt you and shown you who they are. Don't unsee who they are. Yeah, see, we've got apology in the reverse and nourish, because they want to keep you from nourishing yourself. If they bring this fake apology, they want to be, they want to be a roadblock is what I heard. They want to be a block to your growth. And that's just because they're scared to grow, they're scared of, and they feel abandoned by you. You know what I mean? But I think you had to walk away, right? And bluff, pretending, mask, exaggeration. They want to keep you conflicted, because that's a word that I noticed after I read bluff, right? They want to keep you conflicted, thinking that I heard delulu, right? Confusion, returned sorrow. Yeah, because they're in all this sorrow because of what they did to you. They can't freaking take it back, right? So they want to bluff you into thinking like, hey, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not a horrible person. You didn't see me. Obscurity, secrets, mysteries, concealing. They're not showing you who they truly are, but you know that. You saw that. That's why you removed yourself from the situation, right? And you're now glowing up and growing up into this beautiful empress, right? And no one can take that journey from you because it's yours, bro. All right. Some of these intention on the bottom is bad news. Unfortunately, there's something difficult I need to share with you. They probably won't, though. They're probably gonna, See, I don't think, they, under all of these, right, there's envy. Under growth, health, positive, career. They envy your growth, your health, your positivity, and your career. They don't want you to reach this because they feel like it's theirs to have, but they don't want to do the work to get there. They just want to ride off of your coattails, right? So it could be like this emperor in reverse, or it could just be a feminine in their masculine. You have to put it where it goes, right? I heard this thing the other day that was like, if you're a man trying to make your girl chase you, you're in your feminine. It was so funny because I was like, that's so true. Like if you're a man and you're doing stuff to like make your person feel like they're competing with another woman, you're a feminine. You're in your feminine energy. It was so good. I can't remember who. It was on a reel on Facebook, but I'm setting the intention this reaches whoever it needs to reach, and I'm super grateful for each and every one of you. Have a great day.